Yeah, it's gonna look really good because I have the like cat eye LED
the
headlights.
color with the tints almost looks like your paint job.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's actually really cool. Yeah, so that's the blinker. Close. So if I was to just turn on the regular running lights, I literally just locked. What? How did that happen?
They're in the ignition. You got a spare?
So my truck has been at the body shop for about 3 months now. We're totally rebuilding this thing. In the beginning of the build, it was officially called the Max, and rightfully so. When I first purchased this vehicle, it never even ran. But I figured I'd just give this old girl a second chance at life. But to be realistic, I never thought I'd ever go this far. So now that we have the paint and the body work done over there at A&D Repair in Hasslet, Michigan, I decided to go ahead with the 6-inch RC lift kit, and I have to throw some 35s on this old girl. And don't get me wrong, this isn't gonna be a perfect put together truck. I am 100% sure that we're gonna have to trim the front bumper in order for these 35s to fit. I did order a set of 35s on the customoffsets.com website, but unfortunately they're not here right now. And with this beautiful orange Sunkist build finally wrapping up, I still need a set of at least donor 35-inch tires in order to see what the fitment would be like if I turn left and right. We have to trim this thing up because the last thing I need to do here is get the front and rear bumper painted. So I went ahead and pulled the 35s off my red truck, the lifted LBZ that I have, the one that started the channel. These are a lot wider, they're 22x14s. Ones that I ordered are 24x12s, which, stay tuned, you guys gotta watch the next video. It's gonna be so exciting, I can't wait to reveal these wheels once they come in. I mean, think about it, we painted this truck this crazy custom orange color. It's only fitting that I throw a set of chrome wheels to match this orange color. So if I have to cut and trim the bumper, I'm definitely gonna do it. Now, if you've watched this far, I'm gonna throw a big warning out there. I wouldn't recommend watching till the end if you get really, really offended by seeing people put wide, giant wheels on a vehicle. You may actually lose some sleep. But if you're still here, I cannot wait to share this experience with you. So let's head over there right now.
Show them on the marker. You can see we're on this side where it's affecting you. So if you come back here.
Yes. See, there's no, like, the fitment is just way off.
It's the bumper shape itself. It's the part shape itself. So what we're going to do to solve this problem, we're going to cut that right there. Well, then we're going to reshape it, and we're going to bring it in where it needs to be, and then we're going to plastic weld it again. So it'll all be back to being one piece when we're done. But we're going to cut and relief this out so we can actually get it to press in where it needs to be and re-stitch it with plastic weld. And it's going to be every bit as strong as it was before, and it'll hopefully we can get this cosmetic area to look back to being the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? There's even could be like in here, there needs to be a cut because you can see how it's stressing the plastic. So we need to cut in there and relieve that. It'll probably end up having to lap itself, so we'll probably end up taking a little tiny chunk out like that, bringing them together, stitching it, and then, you know, doing the same thing down in here. So that way this part can come in and be about the same level as down here. Like you saw how your hole alignment was. Your hole alignment was so horrible from the way that they put the piece together that none of the holes where your J-clips and the bolts go would even line up. But look at how crappy they put this bumper together. It just looks like somebody took pliers and just
beat around the pliers.
Just bent it with pliers to make it into
right.
this before they chromed it.
That's really what it looks like. Well, that's what I get. It's my fault, right? I didn't realize it. I thought it would be fine, but yeah, let's put this bumper together and get it, you know, prepped and painted. No,
It never works.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start it right now. We got the bumper close, and we're gonna see if it touches the bumper, which I'm 100% sure it will.
You know, trim this away as far as we can on this lip, and then trim it away about to here, and then we'll just fold it over and see if it's going to clear pretty good. I might have to notch it a little bit in here to give it a little more flexibility, but we can give that a shot. Once we get this piece, you know, to where it's at the right gap width or whatever, we can still even trim some of that and kind of take a section out of here and bring the upper to where it conjoins with it. So we just do a little cut down below and bring that up so it flows together and doesn't just have a funky gap. Keep going. Keep going. All right, stop. When you had it cranked, it was touching there, but again, I don't know how much farther you're, like this is still smushing it.
Yeah, that's one good dip. And
yeah, if you're going around the corner.
these are 14s. The ones that we're getting are 12 and a halfs on tires, but it's 24 by 12, so we should be roughly about 13 inches. Yeah,
That's
so
barely any difference.
right. So
Because like if you come in here, it's like, you know what I mean?
I think the widest part of this tire that's coming in is going to be a 13 wide. This is a
tread.
this is a 14 wide, so this is clearly way bigger.
And this is actually bigger than 14 wide.
Is it? Yeah. So I mean,
It's about 15 inches wide. Like it could be
so that would have to come in, and basically this would have to reset back here. Like this piece would have to come in more.
Yeah, at that point too, you're not even keeping any of the original. You'd just be moving the cap back and re-welding it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that like this section here, it'll be kind of cut across there and then bring it back a little bit and then just remove some of the plastic. But this needs to come over to here. Like the down bottom part's okay. It's just that much more got to come out.
These are negative 76 offsets, okay? These are dramatic. The ones that I'm getting are negative 51 offset. With that being said, I would say we're about an inch in. So if the tire was to go in, I'm speculating because I don't have the tires yet. But we did the measurements and it came out to, if in fact the tire was on here, the ones that I'm using, it'd come out to about here.
About right here.
So here's the issue that I'm running into. When I turn right, the top of that is still gonna smack in about right here, you see? So you see the difference between that line I kind of drew here and then right here? And I've done this multiple times and it really sucks. I hate doing it this way. But with that being said, I'm gonna have to trim the chrome a little bit in order for this to actually work. We had some cool ideas about maybe cladding over that so it doesn't look like just a big gouging hole right here. But trying to do this right to where it has that custom look, I guess is where I'm coming from.
Just kind of slimlined and like, you know, blends in.
Yeah, so like that would be like the plastic.
This would be the end of your bumper.
Uh-huh.
Your hole would be cut there, and you could wrap up, you know, you could follow that curve if you wanted to and just like, you know, trace that curve and then just recurve it over. And then you'd have a plastic tab. If we could make a piece of plastic that goes around that.
Yeah.
And double side tape or whatever there, or put a fastener right here because it'd be up and out of the way. You could probably drill a hole and put a plastic rivet there and double-sided tape it, and then have this all plastic welded in. We could take this end and move it in, and then you could cut that whole section off. You know what I mean?
What's that stuff?
This is 440 Express. So this is a micro pinhole filler.
440 Express.
Yep.
I never knew that stuff existed. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So again, this is not liquid Bondo that you're trying to like form a panel out of. You are literally just trying, like you can see me putting it on, and I'm just kind of like massaging it in, almost like you're waxing your car. I am trying to just load it into scratches and into pinholes and rubbing it right back out. So it's only thing that's remaining on here is something that would be filling in a little tiny speck. I'm not trying to create a panel and block this stuff out.
We are at the very next day, and this is the finished product on the roll pan. Obviously, we still need to paint it the sun-kissed orange. But oh, by the way, Bobby Curry from PA, thank you, man. I appreciate you purchasing that off the website, but he did end up buying it to help support the build, so I do appreciate it. So that's off to you. Anyways, back to this. How many hours do you have on the roll pan fitment?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I know that I spent 2 solid days doing the cutting, the fitting, and then doing the welding and grinding. And then yesterday I probably spent like maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours doing some filler work on there, just doing a lot of cleanup. I mean, nobody's here in person to see, like when we got it, and it was E-coated. So this is epoxy primer, just it's a high build epoxy like what we used on other parts of the vehicle. But when we actually had it when it was brand new, if you turned it sideways and looked at it with the reflection of the black, it was really wavy. It's, you know, it had a lot of stamping things, and where they welded it, they ground down excessive amounts of metal, and it just looked really choppy. It didn't look good enough to be ready to paint. So after we did a bunch of the fab work on there and got this thing fitting like a glove, I filled everything all the way across so I could block it all out nice and even, and it doesn't have like a massive amount of filler. It's just a quick skim coat, blocked out nice and level. I put on 3 coats of like a really high build epoxy. I did the inside as well to coat any of the metal so that way it's preserved, and then we will take it from there and we'll block it all back down, get it nice and even, and then spray it like the truck. They initially just put a piece of plate and tacked it. I fully stitch welded it all the way through. I did have to take and cut the curvature on the bottom of this was a little bit different initially. So what I did is I reshaped the side plate to be exactly contoured to the bottom of the bed, and then I had to heat up the metal and work it around that bend to get it to where it actually flows with the bottom of the bed and goes straight across.
And if you guys don't know what he's talking about, a quadristeer bed it's something that they made in the early 2000s. It's a plastic bed. It's a lot wider in the rear. It's not a step side. It almost looks like a dually bed. It's pretty sweet. I did a video on that if you guys want to check it out. But it's a lot different. It's sort of a one-off. I think they only made like 19 or 20,000 of those. GM made those. They're really, really rare. That bed cost me $3,000.
Yeah, that's it's not a common bed, and it's not all plastic. It's just the skins on the outside are plastic. So the inside of the bed, the inner walls are still steel.
At least we know it won't rust.
That's correct. The rest of it could rot, but
Yeah.
the outsides won't rot.
Check this out really quick. I don't think I showed this to you. I was gonna show
Oh,
you.
you got your power mirrors.
Got the retractable power mirrors that I don't think GM ever came out with. Retractable mirrors.
I know. Yours had a lot of extra wiring on there that you had to figure out.
Oh,
so.
dude, it took me a
A little
while.
glow on this thing too out in the sun. Even though this
Man.
thing's dirty, it still glows, man.
It looks so good. It looks so good. Hey, check this out. Oh gosh, Josh, did I just scratch that?
No.
Okay.
No, you're fine.
Well. All right, so you know, like Contra. Remember Contra back in the day?
Yep.
Nintendo. It's like left, right, up, down.
Yep.
LB.
Up, down, left, right, BA,
You
BA.
remember
Select
that?
start. Yep.
Right.
Yeah. I
So
remember.
this. Oh, by the way, this is the Boost Auto Parts product. So definitely check them out. Chevy, Dodge, and Ford. They have tow mirrors for all of them. But you basically go left, right. You'll hear the module turn on, and basically you just push the button.
Boom. Both of them opened up actually.
Yeah.
Now they're both shutting.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's super.
Yeah, that's
super
it.
gangster.
looks...
And then it's got turn signals in it.
Oh man, yes.
So over here when you turn
so
on,
they're actually...
people in the next lane can see it.
Yeah, so they're actually sequential. I know it's gonna blink really fast because we don't have the headlights in the front yet, but you see how the light kind of sequentially...
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
It goes a lot slower.
What are these extra LEDs in here then?
Those are the high output reverse lights. They're almost like
so when you throw it in reverse, you're gonna have something you can see a little bit down the side.
It's like a bright LED flashlight. Those things are so bright.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
a little bit high
everything.
tech. I wonder if I could do something like that for my old build that I'm doing.
You might be able to.
Yeah, I'd probably look stupid. But
No, not with the not with the tow mirrors, but
yeah, I'll put some Silverado tow mirrors on it. It'll look real whack.
yeah, it's gonna look really good because I have the like cat eye LED
the amber
headlights.
color with the tints almost looks like your paint job.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's actually really cool.
Yeah,
So that's the
very
blinker. So if I was to just turn on the regular running lights, I just locked the door. I literally just locked.
What? They're in the ignition. You got a spare?
I'm fired. I'm fired. Can't believe I just did that.
You can always break the glass.
Yeah, well, we got to scratch the paint job now and break into the truck.
No, just
We got to do it.
no. You're gonna have to go home and get a spare set. Josh, here, hang on, bro.
What do you got?
I gotta wait for you to get in. Take this cutoff wheel and cut the floor pans out of the bottom and just crawl up into the inside. It'll only take about 5 minutes, bro.
All right. Jared, do we have a lockout kit?
No.
Do we have a lockout kit? All right, I'm going home.
What'd you do, Josh?
Nothing. All right, well, my wife just bailed me out. She brought me the stuff for it. So yeah, this is what I need. I'm gonna have to tape that thing up so it doesn't scratch the paint. And I'm gonna try not to damage anything. So this is like my way of not scratching the paint. This is a ruler, nice and flimsy. Hopefully this will work. This is not good. The truck was just freshly painted and I'm over here trying to bend panels out. Hopefully I can get it. Come on. So I wrapped this rod with masking tape so I didn't scratch the paint. Hopefully not. Taped it up here too. Really did not want to stress this panel. I really didn't want to do it. I didn't really have a choice. Got a little paint chip on the door. Not on the door, on the inside. You can barely see it.
On the inside edge of the door?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Where the boxing is?
Yeah.
We can touch that up, bro.
I had a feeling something was going to happen, but
It's like
the inevitable here. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's nice though is it's right
on the inside.
the edge.
Dude. I had a feeling I was going to do something, though. I tried. I really tried.
it got a little bit marred here, but that looks like it'll compound off a touch.
The key in the on position, and I shut the door.
See, this lock button's not even working.
The door automatically locked. Well, because I have the battery disconnected.
Oh, well, there you go. Which way is lock and unlock?
Unlock is forward.
You sure?
Yeah. No, that's exactly what happened. I had the key forward, I shut the door, and then it automatically locked. That's what happened. I was like, I know I didn't lock myself out purposely.
About what?
The construction light, dude.
It definitely is starting to look the part. Especially with the wheels you have on there right now.
Yeah, we just gotta leave the wheels on.
Those wheels and tires definitely look like construction.
It's perfect. All right, so here's the deal. I'm not gonna put Shannon in a position that he doesn't feel comfortable with. And not only that, when he does work, he does quality work. He doesn't hack things up and make things look terrible. But the bottom line here is that chrome has to be cut. Now, if I did stick with 33s, they would fit. Okay, I would have full range of motion. I wouldn't have a problem. I would still have to trim, minor plastic trimming like this, no big deal. But since I'm going 35s, no matter what I do, unless I go higher, I'm going to kiss this. So this has to go. It's either that or an off-road bumper. That's the only option. I mean, yeah, I could space out the bumper, but I'm not going to. I'll have the wheels and tires in finally. That's really the hang-up that we're having right now on this build. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim it myself. We have the bumper dialed in. We have the fitment correct where it should be. I already put the grill on. Everything looks great. But at this point, there's nothing else we can do but cut here. So I'm gonna do that personally. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hack my truck up on the next video. All right, so I'm back in my garage. And I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about here. You guys obviously remember the wife Max. Built this truck here and I hacked it. I hacked it so I can fit these 33s. And honestly, it's not really that big of a deal. It doesn't look terrible, but Shannon is correct. There's gonna be a noticeable hole right here, big old gaping hole right in this bumper piece. As of today, when I post this video, I should receive the 24s tomorrow. And when I do that, I'm gonna make a quick video on it and show you guys what they look like. I'm really excited about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and close this video off by saying big shout out to A&D Repair. Once again, thank you guys so much for your tremendous support, allowing me to take my camera in there and film the process of building a complete truck from start to finish. If you guys are interested in getting any repair work, body work, anything like that, I will leave their information in the description below. They are located in the state of Michigan, just so you know. And then a really big, exciting announcement on the 29th of June. We are gonna run a car truck show there on the grounds of A&D. I will have the orange truck there on display, and it would be really awesome to meet you guys if you wanna come out. But that's the progress on the build so far. It's only gonna get better. Subscribe, hit that notification bell if you guys are interested. Check out the website, truckmasterdiesel.com. But with all that being said, I gotta get back to work. We'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned.
Freaking country brother over here pulling out his tractor so he can get his 24s off of this big old truck. Hey, don't worry about pulling them off the truck. I got a tractor. Let me get them 24s off that there truck for you. Don't you worry about it. I got it. I'll put it in the first gear right now. This thing can go fast. I'll do a burnout here on the street. You go ahead and just put them 24s right there on them there forks. Everything will be all right. You hear? Oh yeah, that's them right there. That's them 24s. That's them 24-inch rims. Gotta take them off my dang tractor. They see me rolling. They hating. Patrolling me, trying to catch my 24s. I got some 24s.